Hello and welcome to the YouTube channel for the Renaissance English History Podcast. Today we're going to talk about the Great Bible and the famous Frontispiece showing Henry VIII handing down the Word of God to the people of England. If you're new here, very special warm welcome to you. I am your host, Heather Tesco, and I've been podcasting on Tudor England since 2009. This is the place where I put all of my episodes from my various podcasts, as well as loads of extra content like this video right here. So, imagine being a fly on the wall during one of the most transformative periods in English history. Today, we're going to dive deep into a key artifact from this era, Henry VIII's Great Bible, a monumental work both in size and historical significance. So, why does this Bible matter? And what's the story behind this iconic frontispiece by Hans Holbein? Let's find out. The Great Bible was first published in 1539, and it earned its name for its impressive physical dimensions. But its size isn't the only thing that makes it great. It is the first English Bible authorized for public use, a monumental step in the English Reformation. The frontispiece was designed by none other than Hans Holbein, and it is as telling as the Bible itself. This artwork is a window into the religious, political, and cultural shifts of the time. Here we see Henry VIII passing down the Word of God to his loyal subjects, symbolizing his position as the new supreme head of the Church of England. What better way to assert your spiritual authority than placing yourself at the center of a biblical narrative? Henry, once a staunch defender of Catholicism, broke with Rome, ushering in the era of the Church of England with himself at the helm. And who's that receiving the Bible from the king? Well, there's Thomas Cromwell, Henry's chief minister and instrumental in the king's religious policies. His image here further cements his place in this seismic shift. On the other side of Henry, we have Archbishop Thomas Cranmer, a central figure in the English Reformation and a driving force behind the creation of the Great Bible itself. His presence serves to legitimize the new church structure and the translation of the Bible into English. But let's step back for a minute. The Great Bible wasn't the first Bible in English. Indeed, efforts to translate the Bible into the vernacular had been ongoing since the 14th century, most notably by John Wycliffe. However, these translations were often met with hostility from the church, which saw them as threats to its authority. Just a decade or so earlier, men like William Tyndale were executed for producing such translations. So why the sudden change in attitude? The answer lies in the tumultuous political landscape of England during Henry VIII's reign. Henry's break from the Roman Catholic Church wasn't motivated by some divine revelation, but rather a power struggle and personal motivations, including his desire to annul his marriage to Catherine of Aragon. By establishing the Church of England, Henry made himself the ultimate spiritual authority. And what better way to solidify that authority than a Bible in the vernacular authorized by the king himself? The Church's resistance to vernacular Bibles had always been rooted in control, the belief that common people couldn't or shouldn't read the Bible for themselves. By authorizing the Great Bible, Henry was directly challenging that idea. But there's more to the story. The Great Bible was also about accessibility. English translations meant that anyone who could read or listen could now access the Holy Scriptures without a cleric's interpretation. It was a step towards religious independence for common people. So the Great Bible represents a critical turning point in English history. On one hand, it was a political tool, a symbol of Henry's power and authority. But on the other, it embodied a radical idea that the Word of God was not just for the clergy or the educated, but for everyone. In the end, the Great Bible and its iconic frontispiece illustrate a period of extraordinary change, a time when kings and ministers shaped the course of religion, and the people of England began to engage with the Bible in a whole new way. It's a piece of history that continues to shape our world today, centuries later. When we turn the pages of the Great Bible, we are not just reading sacred text. We are also journeying through a pivotal moment in history, a time when religion, politics, and culture intersected in extraordinary ways. The Great Bible, in its majestic grandeur and political symbolism, remains a testament to these changes. Behind its weighty covers lies not only the word of God, but the word of a king who dared to challenge the status quo and alter the course of religion in his realm. And on its illustrious frontispiece, we see the echoes of this power. Henry VIII standing supreme, disseminating the Holy Scriptures to his subjects. It's an image that, like the Bible itself, encapsulates a time of transformation and tumult. Thanks so much for watching. If you have made it to the end of this video and enjoyed it, I hope I earned your subscription to my channel and a like on this video. I put out videos like this almost every day, and who doesn't want their YouTube algorithm tutorified anyway? Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.